seats. Let's take our seats. Yes, kindly take your seats. It's okay. Let us take our seats. Eyezu, Eyezuzu, Oyamizu. Thank you. Kindly take your seats. It's okay. Sissala.
Last mama to one lele. Photo nearly think of photo amount to one.
Okay. Hello. On this note, I will call on the Zongo Kwakus coordinator, Mr. Mohammed Karim, to come and lead us in an opening prayer. Zongo Kwakus, come and lead us in an opening prayer.
It's okay.
Ayazuza. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. Tola jan lolle. La patinia, la sulmane, malene, mayukoro, rutu tinte, la chwale. Wia, la nehansukutu, apela le raha. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin, rahmanur rahim, maliki yawmiddin. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين إنا فتحنا لك فتحا مبين ليغفر لك الله ما تقدم من ذنبك وما تأخر ويتم نعمته عليك ويهديك الصراط المستقيم وينصرك الله نصر العزيز صلوا على النبي الكريم.
Thank you very much, Zongo Kwakus coordinator, for that powerful prayer. May Allah accept our prayer. Without wasting much time, I will crave your indulgence to use this opportunity to introduce some dignitaries that are in our midst to the gathering. We have constituency executive present here. Can you wave at the crowd? We also have our hard-working regional executives here. Show some love. Thank you very much. We also have Alhaji Seydou Bawa, former regional vice chairman. Alhaji Seydou Bawa is here. We also have Mr. Suleiman Musa Ayamga, former vice chairman, regional vice chairman. We have Honorable Daniel Yoho, former PNDC secretary. We have Honorable Allegeta Suleimana, former MP, former DC for Sissala East constituency. We also have Alhaji Ambassador Amin Amidou Suleimana, former MP, Sissala West constituency. We have Honorable Adi Koka, former Greater Accra regional chairman. We have one of our finest lawyers in Ghana, a female lawyer, Beatrice Annan, deputy spokesperson to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama's campaign team. She's also here with us. We have our wife, our sister, our auntie, our everything, Honorable Joyce Bawa Mokhtari, campaign spokesperson to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama's campaign team. She's also here with us. Honorable Joseph Alabi would have been with us here. Unfortunately, an important assignment has taken him back to Accra. So I let the need you know of this. We also have Honorable Dr. Sedu Jesau, MP for Wise constituency. We have our caucus leader, MP for West Central, Honorable Dr. Hassan Rashid Pelpu. On this note, let me also introduce our hard-working constituency chairman for Sissala East constituency, Razak Namolo. He's here with us. Thank you. Sit down. We have our venerable, hard-working, result-oriented regional chairman with us, in the person of Abdul Nasir Sani, popularly known as the super heavyweight chairman. He's here with us. Thank you very much. On this note, let me invite the constituency chairman for the Sissala East constituency, Mr. Molo Razak, to come and give us his welcome address.
The former president, the regional executives, the branch executives, the former president, we are here this morning to honor you for coming to Sissala East. I think, Mr. President, Sissala East is your own town. If a Gonja man comes to Sissala land, I think he have come to home. So if you are here, you should sit down as if like you are in the house. And we are there. We are the whole Sissala East constituency are here to receive you massively and tell you that we are happy for you. And we make sure that Mr. Chairman, former Vice President, please, we are begging you. We are not doing promise. You have already won. We are hearing that 100%. Sissala East is not going to say we are giving you 100%. You have already won. We are fighting for 2025 to see you as the president-elect. So, Mr. President, this morning we give you 100% in Sissala East, and we are assuring that you will go back safely. Delegates, Mr. Mane, winner Mr. Monica, le President Okorane, Okosul vote ne, Masasa sul delegate kala, la kala su koda hanla, la ne wahala la, osengane, ale Accra, aturogana kala akuyira ha, Maleng, Gnadeng, de la Fawia, Endisinia, Langa Kalabalane, Maleng, de la Voti, après John Dramani, Mahama, a Voti, a laissé candidate là, ce là, parlementaire site, à Pau, Mabina, de la Luanga Winding, c'est ça, Tintin, Madame Pla, Janyo, car là, je l'ai ma, à de Puma Delegates là, Suwolo, allez, Ma Tawisin, à Koraha, Kambrachina, Abra Lolma, allez, Madejang, Lelem, ma constituency executives, bangasir ne batang apama mazuko da Allah nanga ku karne akanyu hedon ko awo chakitile a challenge bajo horma so masika mwa mobile atasma.
Thank you very much. I hope you have heard it. I hope you have heard it from his own mouth. You have all heard it from the horse's own mouth. He said Sissala East constituency is promising His Excellency John Dramani Mahama 100%. And he has also made the promise that they are going to win the Sissala seat. Inshallah, we will win the Sissala seat come 2024. On this note, I would like to invite our venerable, hard-working regional chairman to also give us a word. Let's show him some love.
No poor Sissala is the Majaya Barca. Don't want our queer check. We are not to the Don Williamka. Yellow the Manga Warren in Accra, second match. I Alcapa West, no cool 99.9%. Yet one very bang, Kana Yan Pilini. Maya Yelku Sissala East. Kayamo 13th May. Sissala is called Sora, Kajon Dramani Mahama. Kunya 99.9%. Sissala East. Yeah. Constitution the Kana. Tamanda Manyao. Blood you can jamo wana. Tundandu appeal Sissala East in there. Tinya Kanula Nova, Amba Masora. I did to modify a year. Mana Yalaka. 13th December, Tinimija Tulaka, Tinya, Avosa Kujon Dramani. Ezu, Titara 96 branches in Sissala East. Tanta Tama, Kavoti Ambrina, 840, 37. So Bloka, Tibanyaja, Chesa Karkuton Dramani Mahama, 830 votes. Aku Bloka the Manya Tomborana. Maya Yal Sissala East. Trabanyang. On this note, I have the privilege to introduce the man who knows the road, the man who was an assembly member, who was MP for 12 good years, former Deputy Minister of Information, former Minister of Education, Information, former Vice President, former President of the Republic of Ghana, and the incoming President of the Republic of Ghana. All of Ezu, I have the honor to invite His Excellency John Dramani Mahama.
Ezu Ehejo MFA hey thank you very much. Thank you very much. You know what happened when I arrived here. Please everybody Sit down, sit down. Everybody sit down. If you have a chair, sit down. Please sit down so that those behind can also see. Please, let's have some silence. Please, the vuvuzela blowers. If you want to blow, go outside and go and blow it there. When I arrived, I was seated in my car and I refused to get down because I was afraid of what these Sissala people would do to me. So the constituency chairman came and assured me and gave me a guarantee of safety, and that as long as he's with me, the Sissalas will not attack a Gonja man. So he has guaranteed my safety. That's why I'm here. And so any of you who attempts, he will deal with you. But as he said, I mean, this is my home. We know the relation between Sissalas and Gonjas. Sissalas are at home anywhere in Gonjaland, and we are also at home anywhere in the Sissala area. So let me thank you very much for your warm welcome. I'm going to be very brief. We know what our issues here are, and our issues have to do with unity. There's no reason why we should have lost this constituency. And NDC, inshallah, is winning the next election. And so we need a healthy majority in parliament. And that's why we need to bring Sissala East back into the NDC fold. And so we're going to work hard together to be able to achieve that. I'm informed that there are 3 parliamentary aspirants aspiring to become the candidate for NDC in Sissala East. So to start, I'll call the 3 of them and I'll let them come up here with me so that all of us will see them officially, and I'll say a few words before they go back and sit down. So the first person on the list is Dori Benin Haji. Thank you. How are you? And then the second on the list is Dr. King Suleiman. Please. Those who are talking, if you are not interested in what we are doing here, just go outside. If you are talking and you are not interested in what is happening here, just go outside, finish talking. When you are ready, you come back. The third person is Mohamed Issa Bataglia. Let's have some silence. Thank you. Now, these 3 are aspirants, and I want to point out to you that all of them are NDC. They are members of the same family. They are not opponents to each other. Our opponents are the MPP. These are our children our brothers, our uncles, and they have presented themselves to be voted for. It is as if the same family, you have a skin to elect a chief. In the family, everybody can contest. But once you elect one of yourselves as the chief, what do? You all come together and support the person. So I want to say that on Saturday, we're going to vote. If we could send all these 3 young men to parliament, we would have done so. But unfortunately, the law says we should choose only one. And so we're going to choose one of them. And so when we choose that one, that is the end of it. All of us are going to congregate, unite, and support the person. And I'm saying it particularly to the supporters of whoever will be elected. Because normally, when we finish the election and somebody wins, then what happens is when the other people who supported other people want to come back and join, we drive them away and say no, they went and supported some other people, so they are not part of it. I want to say that everybody is part of it. We're all NDC, and we're going to support the one that we elect so that we can take the Sissala East seat back. So I wish all of them the best of luck. And let me also say that MP is not the only position. The main prize is the 2024 election. Once our government is into power, there will be an MP, yes, but we'll appoint chief executive officers, we'll appoint special assistants, we'll appoint presidential staffers, we'll assign members of council of state. So many positions we can appoint. So it means that if somebody doesn't get the MP-ship, it means he has nothing to do. We'll find something for all of them to do. And so I wish them all the best of luck. And as soon as we finish voting, you must shake each other's hands and then become one family so that we can win the 2024 election and get Sissala East back. So good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Thank you. Okay, you can be seated. Thank you very much. Well, the next one is my own, the box I'm interested in. And as for this one, chairman told me that I didn't need, and that I know that my slaves, my masters, sorry, I'm not master. That I know that my masters will vote for me anyway, so I didn't need to come. But he said, since I've come, I should come and pay homage to my masters. So 100% we can get it, but we can only get it if we reduce the number of rejected ballots. And most of the time, ballots are rejected for 2 main reasons. One, because when we are thumbprinting, we don't thumbprint in the middle of the box. Sometimes we thumbprint and then the thumbprint crosses the line. And so once the thumbprint crosses the line, they can't tell exactly who you wanted to vote for. So your ballot gets rejected. Then aside from that, after you thumbprint, you have to use a tissue or a handkerchief and clean your thumb properly so that the ink will dry. Most people will thumbprint and then immediately they take the ballot paper again to try to fold it. Now when your thumb touches another part of the ballot paper, once they see 2 thumbprints of the ballot paper, then it means it's a rejected vote. So let us spend the time training ourselves how to vote properly so that we'll have 0 rejected ballots. If we have 0 rejected ballots here, I'm sure that the 100% promise will be fulfilled. Thank you very much. We all know the situation in which our country is. Our country has never been in such a chaotic, messy economic situation before in our history. The last time things were so hard that we remember in our history, for those of you who were born by then, was in 1983, when we had the drought and bushfires and there was hunger in the land. But even then, if you look at that and you compare it to now, the hardship now is even as bad, because the cost of things are so expensive. Inflation has gone up, and aside from that, even in 1983 we were still paying our debts. We didn't say we couldn't pay our debt, but today we have borrowed so much that we cannot pay our debts, and we're going around the whole world begging them to forgive us. When I travel abroad to a conference or something, they used to have a very high opinion of Ghana, and so they are surprised what has happened. And so I travel abroad and people ask me, Ghana, what happened? What happened to you? And you can't explain it. And this government, at first when they came, if things were not going well, they say Mahama, Mahama, every day Mahama, as if I was still the president. Then when the people got fed up with Mahama as an excuse, then they came COVID-19 sickness. That's what caused the. When they got fed up, then they came Russia, Ukraine. So, as if, and the question I ask is, why is Cote d'Ivoire still paying their debts? Why is Togo still paying their debts? Even Burkina Faso, that has a crisis, is still paying its debt. Even Mali is still paying its debt. Why Ghana alone? It is because the finance minister is the president's cousin, and his bank makes money anytime Ghana borrows. And so Data Bank gets the commission for any loans that Ghana is taking. And so he just kept borrowing. We kept telling him, he won't listen. And today we can't pay our debts. It's a shame on Ghana, it's a stigma on Ghana. And the question you ask is, what happened to all the promises that they made? $1 million per constituency per year. Sissala East, have you got your $1 million? No. And in our local language, they say, if you won't get something for your in-law, don't steal your in-law's money. Because we had our district assemblies common fund. We were using it for small projects. That's what we were managing with. You came and promised us $1 million. The $1 million didn't come. Today, ask all the MCs, district assembly fund is not coming. And so the little that we used to use the district assemblies common fund for is also not available. Almost everything is in reverse gear. It's like a new driver who comes and he's supposed to take us in the bus to Accra, and when he sits, the first thing he does, he puts the bus in reverse and the bus starts going backwards instead of forwards. And so everybody wants NDC to come back and rescue Ghana. In 2016, all the lies they told, all the propaganda they told, Ghanaians can now see the truth. All the preaching, Yetisikaso, Akomdeyeng, and all that, Ghana, Yemobo, and all those things. I mean, we are now even more mobile today than in 2016. Any work anybody does, you hardly get any profit. I can beat my chest and say that in 2016, when NDC was in power, our lives were far better than they. So I can assure you, elections, all the opinion polls show that NDC is coming back into office. And I just want to let you know that 2024 is going to be a different election, because we're going to let our branch executives lead that election. In every branch we have a polling station, and in every polling station we have 9-member branch executives. And so when I say you're going to lead a campaign, it means that you're going to be going from house to house and preaching the message of the NDC. And we'll give you the flyers. We'll give you beautiful flyers with NDC's message, all the things we've done in infrastructure. Nobody can beat us. If you look at this country, almost every part of the country I go to, the chiefs and people tell me that, look, if it wasn't for NDC, we wouldn't have light. If it wasn't for NDC, we wouldn't have water. If it wasn't for NDC, we would not have got this secondary school. And so NDC's infrastructure is there. Nobody can beat it. And anytime we come, we'll continue that infrastructure. Because of the state of the economy and how they've destroyed it, the wisest thing for us to do when we come back into office is to concentrate on abandoned and ongoing projects. All over, you go to our schools, you go to all our districts, and there are projects that government started that have been abandoned. There are some that are ongoing, but because they are not paying the contractors are not on site. We were building a lot of roads. When they came, they asked them to stop. They've asked them to go back, but they are not paying the contractors, so the work is not going fast. So what we'll do is we're not going to be in a hurry to start new projects. We're going to take an inventory of all the abandoned projects and ongoing projects, including their own. We're not going to just do ours. Including their own. The projects that any projects they are working on now, I don't see many of them, but whatever they are working on, together with ours that they abandoned, the E-block, the hospitals and all that, we're going to continue and finish them before we any new projects. That will be the best way to apply our money, because that money used to do those projects is taxpayers' money. It's your money, it's my money. And so we must not let it go to waste like that. And so you are going to lead the campaign. We'll give you leaflets. You go door to door and talk to your neighbors and convince them why they must vote for NDC this time, so that NDC will come back and rescue Ghana. And we're going to give you the logistics to do that. And so all the things that you need to do that campaign, it is my responsibility to find those things for you. And so I'll get the t-shirts, we'll get the posters, we'll get the scarves, we'll get the caps, we'll get the bicycles, we'll get the motorcycles, we'll get money. If you need to eat before you can walk around and go and do door-to-door. So we'll get money for you, resources, so that you can use it to work. And this time, the resources are going to come, the logistics are going to come directly to you. When we load them from Accra, they are not going to stop in Wa, they'll come straight here to Tumu. They'll come straight here to Tumu, and we're going to send for 3 of you from each branch, the chairman, the secretary, and the women's organizer. And then when you count all the things that have been brought. Whatever has been brought, you count it. And then we know the number of branches there are. So once you count it, you share it equally, and let everybody take their share back to your branch and go and distribute it with the rest of your executives. Because in 2024, I don't want to come round to campaign and I'll see branch executives, you ask them, why are you not wearing t-shirts? He says, oh, even one we didn't get. Meanwhile, you go to somebody's house and the person has multiple t-shirts, their wives, their children, everybody has t-shirts. And branch executives, you find 9 members, not one of them has got a t-shirt. And so we're going to distribute it fairly so that you have the logistics to be able to do the work for us. Then aside from that, we're going to reward you. This time there'll be a reward system. And so we know how many more votes we want to add to what we got in 2020. So we'll distribute it by branches, and every branch will give you a target. If you're able to hit that target and exceed the target, all the 9-member executives in the branch will receive a handsome reward. And then also, we have to make sure that you also benefit when NDC comes. And so I've said it already and I'll say it again, that we're not going to serve you last. We will serve you as all Ghanaians are also being served. And so in the past, I remember when I was an MP, they sent money for women, Maslock. They sent some money to be shared to women. At that time they called it poverty alleviation. It wasn't called Maslock. And so we called our women's organizers And we told them, we said, oh, let them give the other women first, so that we can convince them to join our party. And then when the second round comes, then we can give our women's organizers too. You know, after we shared the money to the other women, no second round came, so our women's organizers didn't get anything. So this time, as we are sharing the fufu, they share it in the wardrobe. You don't take it somewhere and go and share. You share it right there. So as we are sharing to everybody, our branch executives, our women's organizers, you too, you will get your share. School feeding, catering. Our women's organizers, can't you cook? You also can cook. So if there are vacancies and we are recruiting school feeding, catering, we'll add some of our women's organizers there, so that you too can cook for the primary school children and also make some money for your pockets. And when we come into office, we're going to share the appointments fairly to every constituency. Fairly to every constituency. So if there are appointments, there will be people from Sissala East in government, so that you can have people who also are representing you in government, so that anytime they come home, they can come and tell you what is happening. Aside from that, I've said that once a year we'll meet. When I become president, inshallah, once a year we'll meet. I'll come here to Sissala East, and I'll come with the ministers. We'll come with the ministers, so that the ministers can brief you on what is going on in your constituency, and then you also can tell us what your challenges are, so that we can address those challenges. NDC has been in existence for several decades. We want to show that we're a responsible party, and so we're going to renovate all our offices nicely, and where the office doesn't belong to us and we're renting, we're going to help each constituency to build its own office that will be decent and nice. And our young people, you're going to get your share of opportunities anytime there's recruitment. So if we're recruiting to the army, to the police, to the fire service, to immigration, prisons, and all of them, you will also have the opportunity to get recruited into those services, so that you can also get work to do. Before I left office in 2016, I cut short for the first Farmers Service Center. After we left office, this government abandoned the project. And the idea behind the Farmers Service Center was that we're going to bring tractors. There are going to be 10 tractors in every service center. There's going to be harrows, plows, trailers, anything that you need to farm was going to be in the service center. We're going to provide fertilizer in the service center, and it was even going to be a small microcredit center, so that if farmers who are registered with the center want a little money to do something, they can go and borrow it. And the center was supposed to provide farmer services, sometimes on credit. If the farmer can pay, you do it on credit. And then when you harvest your crops and you sell, you come back and come and pay. Unfortunately, that project was abandoned. And so when NDC comes, we're going to revive it. The first one we cut was at Gwelu. The first Farmer Service Center was supposed to be at Gwelu. And so there'll be tractors there. For those of you who are interested in farming like I am, you go and register as a farmer at your Farmer Service Center. When is the farming season, you show your farm, they'll come and plow it for you, they'll harrow it for you, they'll help you, give you improved seed, they'll give you seed to plant. They'll give you fertilizer and everything. And if you have money to pay, you pay. But if you don't have money to pay, they will record it. And then after you harvest your maize or your guinea corn or your millet or whatever you have planted, rice, after you have sold it, you come back and pay, so that the next season you can get the credit again. So those are some of the visionary ideas that we have that NDC would employ when we come back into office. And so we're going to put Ghana back on its feet. We're going to stabilize the economy. We're going to make cost living worth living again, instead of the very difficult period in which we are. I remember when NDC was in power, cement was about 27 to 30 cedis a bag. Now today is about 120 cedis a bag. And I hear fertilizer is about 700 cedis a bag of fertilizer. If you are doing 10 acres, you need about 4 bags of fertilizer for each acre. So if you are doing 10 acres, you can imagine how much you have to pay. How many farmers can get that amount of money to be able to farm? And recently they've announced the suspension of the planting for food and jobs. It had already died. It was dead already. So the announcement that it has ended is neither here nor there. For a long time, farmers haven't got subsidized fertilizer. If you want fertilizer, you have to go and buy it yourself. And so NDC is going to come and make a change, but you are the ones going to do the work so that NDC will come back into office. And so I won't talk for long. I want to thank all of you for coming, and I wish our young brothers good luck again. May God bless you, and we'll see you again. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Donate to support John Mahama to win 99% votes on May 30. *248*5# to donate.